Are you having a tough season? Maybe you're not winning much, not playing your best, or just not enjoying competition like you used to. It happens, even to the best athletes. But you need to know and understand this isn't the end. It's just a season. And I've seen athletes go from their worst season ever to playing at their absolute best the very next one. So in this video, I'll show you how to stay motivated during these tough seasons when things aren't going your way, so you can keep showing up, keep improving, and get back to your prime. And by the way, if we haven't met, my name is Dr. Haley Perlus. I'm a performance psychologist, and I specialize in applying sport-specific techniques to help athletes optimize their mental game and perform at their best. One of the greatest lessons you can learn in sports is that winning isn't loyal to anyone. Everyone is going to lose. Everyone is going to have a bad day. It's just the name of the game. And the people, the athletes who can be most resilient, who can stay motivated, persevere, not take everything like a catastrophe, is going to be the athletes that stand up on the podium at the end of the day. It's going to be the athletes that basically get to realize their true potential because they're going to stay in it long enough to find out. So how do you be resilient? Well, first and foremost, the best thing to do is to understand that you can strive for perfection. Who wouldn't want to be perfect? I know that I want to be perfect in everything I do, but I also know that it's an unrealistic demand. So as much as I strive for perfection, I never demand it of myself. And that allows me then to not get so down on myself when I'm not perfect. Now, do I get upset? Yes. Am I frustrated? Yes. Am I worried that it'll happen again? Yes. But it doesn't basically cut through all of the confidence and leave me completely doubting myself. No, because I understand that failure, that loss, that not being perfect is part of the game. And what that allows me to do is not spend so much time harping on the failure and the loss and not being perfect, but actually helping me focus more on being the best recoverer I can be when I'm having a bad day or a bad week or a bad month or a bad year. How can I best recover? Because I also know that the best athletes, the athletes that stand on top of the podium at the end of the day, are not the perfect athletes. They're the athletes that best recover. So to save you from spiraling out of control and from having one loss after another, if you can reframe your stories and if you can adapt this broad concept of striving for perfection and equally striving to be the best recoverer you can be, that actually might save you from feeling like a disaster every time something bad happens, and you'll be able to rebound. You'll be able to be more resilient faster. The season won't be such a disaster because you'll be able to pick yourself up and go again. The second thing I want you to understand is it has to equally be about your love of the game and not just the results of the game. People who get really down on themselves when they're having a bad season tend to really focus on just the results, just the outcome. I want you to also focus on your intrinsic motivation. What are you learning? Where are you improving? How are you contributing? What are you giving to your sport? It's both. And I call it heart motivation, which is the intrinsic motivation, and then trophy motivation. And if you can maintain a balance of both, that's going to help you prevent yourself from having an awful season, win or lose. So it's both heart motivation and trophy motivation. I know the trophy is important. Believe me, I love my trophies. Believe me, I understand that the outcome and the results are really, really important. But in order to have that outcome, you must maintain that heart. So if you're having a tough season and you find yourself just really trying harder, going faster, going stronger, but it's not working, and now you're kind of demotivated, you're not really connected to your sport, you're wondering if you even want to quit, see if you can go and play in your sport. See if you can go and have a little bit of fun. Do a pickup game of whatever your sport is. Go and teach someone a skill. Maybe there's a friend who hasn't done your sport or is not as good as you. Go and teach them something. Maybe go and play with someone or compete with someone who's much better than you, knowing that you're going to lose. So it can be more of a fun experience, and you can just look at them and see what you can learn. See if you can spice things up a little bit, add some variety, start bringing back that heart, and that will help you get that trophy. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave them in the space provided. Ask me a question. I'm so happy to answer them. You can also contact me directly by going to my website at drhaleyperlus.com. Opt in, but there's a place where you can ask me a message. I get them personally, and I will respond. And until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.